Hey guys, we are live. Yes, it's your girl Morticia right here. Let me tell you something. It's been a minute since I've been here, so let's go ahead and get it in. Yes. Let me see. It's displaying my name. I'm really trying to go live over here. I'm trying to figure out where my camera at. I know y'all can hear me. Let's go here. Let's go live. Go live. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Okay. I'm here. All right. I am live here and trying to figure out what happened. And we normally work live, we see that. Yeah, we don't need technical difficulties like that. I don't know what happened. But we're here, we're live. I'm going to get into a commercial. I'm going to get into the fact that I interviewed some great people later on, but let's get into the stages to improve. If you still have an opportunity, you still have an opportunity to improve. So let's go ahead.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy cousin Al. Listen, man, the Saved and Silly Cruise is going down October 31st. We are leaving out of Galveston, that big G, and we're going to Cozumel. Hey, como está? Hey, me estoy muriendo como un perro abandonado. We're going out there, man. I don't even know what I just said, but all I know is I'm learning my Spanish little by little. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, and que pasó? Bien, no, bien. We finna be in Cozumel. That's what I want y'all to know. So go ahead, book your cabin with LD Entertainment so you can get into all the exclusive events. I
Look, y'all, I haven't been here. I'm telling you right now, it's so pretty to be. I laugh at they happen for a reason. But thank you for tuning in. Let me find out what happened. This right here. Hey, hey, what's going on? The video is not showing for me on live. It's got the banner on there, but it's not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay. Yeah. No, thank you, no. Let me tell y'all something. I always have backup. I always have backup. It's been a minute, but thank you, Norma, for telling me that I was not on there, that it was not showing me. But thank you for, hey, I got a team, y'all. I got a team. I promise you, they're gonna make sure your girl is right in and out the studio. So, um, hey, tune in. We got a special guest. I promise you, you're not gonna want to miss this. You're not gonna want to miss anything that's going on today. Yes, I do have on. So be prepared. Right now, for this is the Ronnie Katie worship team. Because hey, I love the worship team every morning. He's high and lifted up in this place. I promise you, he is. Hey, you guys don't want to also do the still would have could have come. And so we want to forget. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning. Welcome back. That's what I'm talking about. Worshiping the King. We got to be able to worship the King every morning, every day of our lives, every morning that we're waking up. He gives us breath. He gives us the breath of life that we can come to Him and say, thank you, Father, that I'm able to worship you in a relationship, worship you in spirit and in truth, because He is the truth. He is the life. He is everything that we need. Now, let me tell you. I have been on a fantabulous journey, but also being a mental health person, and I'm always talking about mental health. Of course, being a mental health advocate, being a therapist, we need to check on our 55 plus. Let me tell you, things are happening now that didn't even happen when our parents, grandparents, or even when they were around. They were living longevity. They were living long lives, 80, 90, 100, 101 years of age. And really the stuff that they ate is still the stuff that we're eating, but things have changed. Things are so manufactured. Things are so cross, how they say, they cross those things up in foods, adding other things, adding additives to it. And it's not helping us as individuals to live those lives of longevity. I would say start your own garden. Buy you some lamb, get you some cows, get you some goats, get you some sheep, because now the way things are being processed, these processed foods, just for them to live on the shelf for a certain period of time, let me tell you, right now, for those things to be on the shelf for a certain period of time, you know they're adding something to it to make it last for that long. We know even an ice cube, if you put it on the ground, it's gonna melt. So that lets you know that the ice cubes are not manufactured. But when you put beef and chicken and pork and you let it sit out for weeks, months, and days, I threw in the months there, but days, and nothing happens, or not even a fly want to be around it anymore, you need to make sure you check that. Because again, we need to live our best life, our most healthiest life. I'm seeing young people that are being diagnosed with, their kidneys are shutting down and being on there for kidney transplants. Guys, we got to do better. We have to do better with ourselves. And doing better comes with knowledge. We have to equip ourselves with knowledge of what's really going on and what's good to eat and what's not good to eat. You don't have to eat meat every day. You can substitute it with something else. You don't even have to eat certain things every day. But throw in some green vegetables. Throw in some water-based plants. Eat those things so your kidneys and your gallbladder, if you still have one, if all of that can flush itself out. We were meant to be here with a purpose and for purpose. Let me tell you, everything that God has here on the earth for us, that means healing, wholeness, wellness, it is ours. It is ours. And I love how this song that I'm going to bring next to you by Jacqueline Carr. Man, this young lady is so powerful in her voice. Jacqueline Carr has a song and it's called It's Yours. So we're going to get into that because healing, health, wellness, you can't spend money if you're not well. You're going to spend money, but it's going to be at the hospital, or at the doctor's office. So we need you to be wealthy, not just in wealth of finances, but we need you to be wealthy in your physical, wealthy in your mental, wealthy in your heart and your wholeness. So let's go ahead and get into Jacqueline Carr. It's yours. Can you give our miracle worker a hand? Hey guys, my guest should be here shortly. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what I did and where I was this past weekend. I have to say thank you to Jay Spivey as well as my girl. Now I know her as Lakeithia, but y'all know her as Hilda, as well as my girl Janice. Let me tell you something. We jammed. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you see what happened when I was out away at the gigantic gospel concert?
Gigantic gospel concert has always been super dope.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jay Spivey Productions, their staff, every hand, head, and heart. Thank y'all for bringing me and us. Look, I'm speaking on behalf of all the artists. We appreciate it. The hard work pays off. The blood, sweat, and tears. Nobody knows. The Cardi Quartet said something on the stage tonight. He said, "Man, you see my glory, but you don't know my story."
Right.
And so we know that Jay Spivey has a story behind all of this great work that they've been doing for 19 years. So I'm just excited to be a part. Yeah.
So do you have anything new coming up?
Oh my God. So we're working on the single now. I just written my first book entitled Worship School for independent artists and worship leaders who want to do what we're doing here, where you're at. Everybody, whether you're small town, country folk, they got big city dreams. And I want to let every worship leader and an independent artist know that you have what it takes. It ain't in the thousands and thousands of dollars. Some people are one post away. I talk about it in my book. It's called a system of miracles. You're on your phone 13 hours a day, but yet you won't post you singing, playing, what you do, your craft. So while we're scrolling, making everybody else money, and you're praying for stuff at an altar, God's like, yo, just pick up your phone. I went viral singing in a school cafeteria, and we were able to capitalize off that, and look what God has done. God exposed that, but the ministry, the industry, I would say, turned into a ministry for me, and the ministry turned into a business that I've been able to help other artists and musicians. So go get my new book, Worship School.
Where's the book at?
Oh my God, go click on the link in my bio, or you can visit www.worshipschoolweek.com.
Okay, so I got one more question.
Yes.
So I have this segment on the show that's called On the Couch with Tish, because I'm actually a therapist.
Let's do it.
So
Let's go.
When it comes to mental health, what do you do when you're preparing for a concert or a show?
Man, silence the noise. For me, I'm not just a gospel artist who loves to perform. I love to minister and I love to worship. I think that's what makes our genre different than any other genre. So for me, of course, prayer is important, but also the other things, man, getting in my word. I don't think anybody, actually it is possible to have beautiful public performance and lack private devotion. So for me, I am serious about private devotion so that I can maintain my, public performance.
So you heard it here first from Mr. Kalonji Gavin. You got to be prepared for the
Yes.
night. If you are not at the gigantic gospel concert, look, I'm talking about comedy because I'm always in
Yeah,
comedy. Look,
I love it,
I'm
yo.
always in
Hey, that
comedy.
might be God
I'm
doing
always
something.
in-
That's how I
Hey.
feel. God dropping bombs.
Yes. So if you're not here at Fountain of Praise to see what's going on, hey, next year it's coming again, 2025. Be prepared. Good
Thank
show.
you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
having me.
much.
I appreciate it. Hi.
So we went from that to, let me tell you, I even had an opportunity to interview this young man.
Hi, this is Morticia from the Saved and Silly Morning Show on Raise the Praise 100. I have before me Houston's own Zacardi.
Yes, how you doing?
Good. So, Yielded has interviewed you before. She's like 30 times before. So, it's my time.
Right.
So, tell me what it is that we can expect tonight.
We're gonna have a great time. I'm just so excited to be here, and I'm excited about the people that's on the show with me. It's like, oh my God, I'm a fan at the same time. I'm happy to be here, and I'm prayerful to, God to use me. So, listen. Doc McKenzie is singing right now. I'm like, oh my Lord, wait a minute now.
So, also, let me tell you, I'm a therapist. So, you're kind of like on the couch, too.
Right.
So, I have what is called On the Couch with Tish.
Okay.
So, what do you do mentally to prepare yourself for things like this, shows like
Prayer,
this?
man. Prayer, rest. Just natural stuff, man. God is the center of everything, and that's the only way you can, get your day started and keep your day going. So just keep a prayerful life and keep God first and rest.
So, do you have any new stuff coming out soon?
I do very soon. So look forward to it. I just did a song with Babyface and Bruno Mars. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And I got a new album coming out later on this year. So.
That's what I call balance. When you got Babyface and Bruno Mars and Zacardi, come on now, let me tell you, I know it's gonna be fire. So I will be showing it and playing on Raise the Praise 100. We got to get that information. Again, you have your girl here at Tish with the Saved and Silly Morning Show, and we do have Zacardi here. Hey, this is Morticia. This is Morticia Silly Morning Show on Raise the Praise 100. I have before me
So we are back live with me. We are back live with me after we just finished listening to those great interviews with those young gentlemen. Let me tell you, my guest should be here shortly. I'm excited to talk with her. And we're gonna do our segment of the shoulda, woulda, coulda song. I'm telling y'all, it's really gonna be fire. I'm so excited to share this Saturday with you. Of course, I have on purple. Purple goes for many different organizations. You got Marching Dimes, you have what is it, sickle cell, I believe, and other things that's going on. Purple is royalty, and God is in the business of healing. So let's go ahead and get it in this Saturday morning because it's yours. It really is yours. Welcome back to the Saved and Silly Morning Show here with your girl Morticia, also known as the unapologetic therapist with On the Couch with Tish. Let me tell you, it was such an amazing journey. I was in Dallas just last Saturday, and I was there for the gigantic gospel concert. And it was at Friendship Church in Dallas. The hospitality there was great. You had the person who created the show, Mr. Jay Spivey. Let me tell you, that gentleman alone has his humility. He is so humble. And it was just a joy to be in his presence. It was a joy to be able to sit there and listen and watch him work. Because this gentleman right here, the people have so much respect for him. They have so much respect for him till he just got somebody on the phone and be like, hey, can you come? And they're there. That's humility. That's humbleness. That's when you can have such respect that anybody can come and do something for you because they already know that you're true to your word. You're there for your word. You're going to do what you said. And sometimes you even go above and beyond when you're doing stuff for people. God is about the doing business because he says for those that you do for the least of, he's there. So when you do things in God and in humility, he's going to always be there to reward you in greatness. He will put your name in places, put you in rooms where people don't even know you. Like, hey, I experienced that this past Saturday. God put me in a room of people I didn't even know that I had an opportunity to meet. And then I felt safe and enjoyed the whole journey to where I was even invited that following Sunday. So there's this gentleman that I met, Bishop Carlos Daniels. Let me tell you, Carlos is hilarious. I had an opportunity to meet him. He was actually one of the hosts for both shows, for both concerts, the one in Dallas and the one in Houston. We had such a great time. It was almost like a family reunion of different people all in one room. So you had the artist, you had the host, and of course my girl Yielded brought it. You know, she came in with her black and gold on, which is actually my school alma mater color, they're black and gold. But then high school. But then you also had Mother Mitty, who was here in Houston. I had an opportunity to meet her as well. These great people, when you see people walking in their journey and they're so humble before God, and God just continues to bless them through it all. He continues to take them step by step to the next level, to go where they need to go, and he orders their footsteps. That's the key word. When God orders your steps, there's nothing missing, nothing lacking. People will be there. They need to be there. People that need to hear you will hear you. I enjoy being on the radio station. I never thought that I would be here on a radio station. These are things that I'm experiencing that I would have said otherwise no in my mindset, but God said yes. So I have to also let you know about Mother's Day. Okay, Mother's Day weekend. If you are a mother have a mother, godmother, god sister, god aunt, all of those who may have displayed a mother-like feature or a mother-like um, um, caregiving for you. We have what is called the Queens of Clean Comedy. That's a part of the Gospel Comedy Entertainment that's happening on May 11th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Where is it happening at? No other place but the Match. You can go to the match.com and get this information. Also, you can go to Gospel Comedy Entertainment on all social media platforms and be able to find this information to get your tickets. If you can't be there, if mother is not in her a wellness state, if she's not in her well state of wholeness and healness, you can also get it virtually. Turn it into a Mother's Day party. Turn it into a Mother's Day brunch. Turn it into a Mother's Day sit-in. Turn it into whatever you wanted to do so you all can sit there and laugh, enjoy the company of each other. Again, that's the Queens of Clean Comedy. That's May 11th. And let me tell you, I had an opportunity to see Dun Breezy. Sorry, Dun Breezy. I laughed. I have such respect for all these ladies that's going to be on this comedy show. So you have Dun Breezy, you have Miss Melissa, you also have Mother Mitty, you have Sandra D, and you have comedian Tanya Lewis. Now on social media, on all social media platforms, they've been playing this video of all the ladies walking through this park. And on a video of them walking through this park, they are really having a good time in comedy. They are having a good time around each other. They're having an excellent time, and it's so much fun watching them do these videos. And then they turn around and they have these crowns on. They have these crowns on it at the end, and the crown is the crown them as the queens of comedy. You have to get these tickets. Also, there's going to be great surprises for mothers. There's going to be great surprises, and I'm praying to really be a part. Even though I won't be there, I'll actually be Mother's Day in California. I do this every year with my daughter. I did it before she became a mother. Now that she is a mother, I'm excited to be a part of her journey as a mother. Again, Mother's Day, Queens of Clean Comedy, May 11th. Go ahead and grab your ticket. If you can't be there in person, they do have it virtually. You can see it virtually. You have to be in the room because these ladies are going to bring the clean and they're going to bring the comedy. So with that being said, I'm going to listen to some Jermaine Dolly. Jermaine Dolly singing this song "You" is so amazing. So with that, let's go ahead and get into some Jermaine Dolly "You." Hey guys, so my guest, I love her. I really do love my guest. She is so amazing. She was just asking me about the elevator. Ooh, did I just do a big face in the camera? I normally don't sit down, but I'm gonna sit down today because I'm her guest. Because she got a lot to talk about and that we need to know about in the community. Let me tell you, I'm so excited to meet her. Meet her again in the studio. I meet her outside of the studio, but I get a chance to meet her in the studio so we can know what it is that she has to bring to the community. Tish on the Couch, it's about the community. I believe in equipping us with knowledge that we otherwise would not even think of. I'm all about teaching us things that we can better ourselves with, improve life on. That's why I have Tish on the Couch. We're going to sit down. We're going to have great conversation. We're going to have great communication. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get you to the story about the cruise.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy Cousin Al. Listen, man, the Saved and Silly Cruise is going down October 31st. We are leaving out of Galveston, that big G, and we going to Cozumel. Hey, como está? Hey, me estoy muriendo como un perro abandonado. We going out there, man. I don't even know what I just said, but all I know is I'm learning my Spanish little by little. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, and que pasó? Bien. We finna be in Cozumel. That's what I want y'all to know. So go ahead, book your cabin with LD Entertainment so you can get into all the exclusive events. I just added an event, y'all. I just added an event, and they might get mad at me. They might, I might get fined for this, but hey, I'm gonna just take the charge. But I'm challenging every comedian on the boat, every comedian to a versus. I'm challenging y'all to a versus. Like, what's up? And I ain't talking about no jokes. I'm talking about a wet t-shirt contest. Because, you think you could beat me at a wet t-shirt contest? Hell to the no. So, yeah, I might as well just keep on eating so I can win. Because, I just don't see. I ain't no use of me stop eating now. Because on the boat, I'm finna be eating burgers and fries and chicken and squirrel and all kind of stuff they gonna have on there. But anyway, go ahead and book your cabin while it's cheap. LD Entertainment. The number is somewhere around here. And why do I keep pointing like it's actually right here? It should be right here in front, down here. I don't know. Book it.
So hi on Raise to Praise 100. Guess who I have with me? Kalante. Oh my God. Yes. So we have Kalante Gavin.
Hey, y'all.
I've been following him for so long.
Oh,
I'm just so impressed. I'm a fan. I'm really a fan. So tell us, how is today going? What are you expecting for today?
So, God, y'all, Zacardi Cortez is out there blazing the stage. I'm a worshiper at heart. He messed me up right now. I'm all in the clouds. I'm excited about what God's gonna do tonight. I think I'm second to last. Got Pastor Chompy coming up, but man, I'm just excited just to worship God and just to sing for the people. But my favorite, with the people, gigantic gospel concert has always been super dope. Yeah. So shout out to Jay Spivey Productions, their staff, every hand, head, and heart. Thank y'all for bringing me and us. Look, I'm speaking on behalf of all the artists. We appreciate it. The hard work pays off. The blood, sweat, and tears. Nobody knows. Zacardi Cortez said something on the stage tonight. He said, "Man, you see my glory, but you don't know my story."
Right.
And so we know that Jay Spivey has a story behind all of this great work that they've been doing for 19 years. So I'm just excited to be a part. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have anything new coming up?
Oh my God. So we're working on the single now. I just written my first book entitled Worship School for independent artists and worship leaders who want to do what we're doing here, where you're at. Everybody, whether you're small town, country folk, they got big city dreams. And I want to let every worship leader and an independent artist know that you have what it takes.
Yeah.
It ain't thousands and thousands of dollars. Some people are one post away. I talk about it in my book. It's called A System of Miracles. You're on your phone 13 hours a day, but yet you won't post you singing, playing, what you do, your craft. So while we're scrolling, making everybody else money, and you're praying for stuff at an altar, God's like, yo, just pick up your phone. I went viral singing in a school cafeteria, and we were able to capitalize off that, and look what God has done. God exposed that, but the industry, I would say, turned into a ministry for me, and the ministry turned into a business that I've been able to help other artists and musicians. So go get my new book, Worship School.
Where's the book at?
Oh my God, go click on the link in my bio, or you can visit www.worshipschoolweek.com.
Okay, so I got one more question.
Yes.
So I have this segment on the show that's called On the Couch with Tish, because I'm actually a therapist.
Let's do it.
So,
let's go.
When it comes to mental health, what do you do when you're preparing for a concert or a show?
Man, silence the noise. For me, I'm not just a gospel artist who loves to perform. I love to minister and I love to worship. I think that's what makes our genre different than any other genre. So for me, of course, prayer is important, but also the other things, man, getting in my word. I don't think actually it is possible to have beautiful public performance and lack private devotion. So for me, I am serious about private devotion so that I can maintain my public performance.
So you heard it here first from Mr. Kalonji Gavin. You got to be prepared for the
Yes.
night. If you are not at the Gigantic Gospel concert, look, I'm talking about comedy because I'm always in
Yeah,
comedy. Look,
I love
I'm
it.
always in
Hey, that
comedy.
might be God
I'm
doing
always
something.
in-
That's how I
Hey.
did. God dropping bombs.
Yes. So if you're not here at Fountain of Praise to see what's going on, hey, next year
Yeah.
it's coming again, 2025. Be prepared. Good
Thank
show.
you so
Thank you
much for
so
having
much.
me.
I appreciate it. Bye. Praise to Praise 100. I have before me Houston's own Zacardi.
Yes, how you doing?
Good. So, Yielded has interviewed you before. She's like 30 times before. So, it's my time. So, tell me what it is that we can expect tonight.
We're gonna have a great time. I'm just so excited to be here, and I'm excited about the people that's on the show with me. It's like, oh my God, I'm a fan at the same time. I'm happy to be here, and I'm prayerful to God to use me. So, but it's listen. Doc McKenzie is singing right now. I'm like, oh my Lord, wait a minute now.
So, also, let me tell you, I'm a therapist. So, you're kind of like on the couch, too. So, I have what is called On the Couch with Tish. So, what do you do mentally to prepare yourself for things like this, shows like
Prayer,
this?
man. Prayer, rest. Just natural stuff, man. God is the center of everything, and that's the only way you can, get your day started and keep your day going. So just keep a prayerful life and keep God first and rest.
So, do you have any new stuff coming out soon?
I do very soon. So look forward to it. I just did a song with Babyface and Bruno Mars. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And I got a new album coming out later on this year. So.
That's what I call balance. When you got Babyface and Bruno Mars and Zacardi, come on now, let me tell you, I know it's gonna be fire. So I will be showing it and playing it on Raise to Praise 100. We got to get that information. Again, you have your girl here at Tish with the Saved and Silly Morning Show, and we do have Zacardi here.
So that was my Saturday and Sunday in Dallas and in Houston. My guest has finally arrived. I'm playing John P. Keaton. I made it out all right. He was also highlighted on the Gigantic Gospel concert. Let me tell you, to see him perform live was just so amazing. I'm so excited to share who I have today. We're gonna introduce her, but then we're gonna bring her right on into this shoulda, woulda, coulda song. I promise it's gonna hit differently today. I'm excited to see what's going on. If you're here live with us, send us some comments, some questions. Let us know that you're here. Because you know what? We're gonna make it all right by John P. Keaton. Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the Saved and Silly Morning Show. Again, we are at the top of the hour before 11 o'clock. So, normally about 11 o'clock, we do our shoulda, woulda, coulda song. But I got to give a shout out to my host. She's not here. I'm enjoying the fact that we know how to balance this out. Let me tell you, go and see or get your tickets to her show. She's acting on a show called Read Between the Lines, I believe it is. Read Between the Lines, Erica B. Go look for her on all social media platforms and just go out there and support. We always say we want to support each other in our communities. Now I'm bringing you out the information of what's going on in the community. I brought a special guest in today. Your girl Tish, on the couch with Tish. It's all about equipping us with knowledge, with wisdom, to let you know what's going on out here in the community, because the word of God says in Hosea 4:6, we perish for lack of knowledge. I don't want you to perish. I don't want you to be without knowledge of knowing what's going on out here in society, from the sicknesses to mental health to physical health. I want you in your wealthy place in every aspect of your life. That is my goal. My company, which God blessed me with, has two folds. Why he can't, and it's the letter Y. H is in Harry, E is in Edward, C is in Charles, the number 8, and that is so funny when people read it. They read it so funny. N is in Nancy, T is in Tom, was actually birthed out of a relationship between God and I, where we sat down and we had conversation. And I was in a point in my life where I was like, how is it that everything else is happening around me except for me? I newly divorced, really not newly divorced, I take that back. I had been divorced for quite some time. My kids were grown and pretty much out of the house. This is like 2020. 2019 actually is when it happened, but 2020 is when God stepped in and said, why I can't bless you like I bless others. I have no respect of person. So that's why he came from. So look for more information on that. And then with my passion for getting information out to society, he backdoored and hit me with Color Me Stigma Free. Color Me Stigma Free stands for getting out there and eradicating the stigma on mental health and breaking down barriers for the Black and brown culture because we perish for lack of knowledge. So I'm gonna hit you with some knowledge. Like I said, I got on purple. You girl normally don't wear purple, but I'm kind of liking purple, even though it's kind of sliding off of me a little bit. I don't know if it's the shirt or if it's me. That's this lady right here got on purple right now. This lady right here got on purple. So today we're going to talk about an illness that has silently affected the Black culture. When I say silently, this illness I had no clue about until I met her. When I met Miss Jackie, when she explained to me what psychodocious, when we think of psychodocious, don't think of psychedelic because it's not that. It's not the colorful form, but psychodocious is an illness that has affected people like Angie Stone, has affected people like Sean LaBert. It has also taken her mom from seeing this life here on this side of glory to a better life on the other side of glory. And you know me, I'm always praying, Lord, no premature deaths. And that's on any and everybody that I know from family, friends, and folks. If you're listening in, please be sure to share. Bernie Mac even has psychodocious. Look, let me tell you. If you're listening in and you want to be able to share the wealth of health to someone else, have them to tune in to Facebook Live, to the Raise the Praise 100. Also, my live, I'm here, Martisha, on Facebook, social media, Instagram. Also, you can log in on www.raisethepraise100.com. Or even call in at 346-355-0100. And we're here to talk about what's going on. I'm going to let my guest introduce herself, and then we're going to get into the shoulda, woulda, coulda songs. So, guest, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Introduce yourself.
Well, good morning, people. My name is Jacqueline Lewis, and I am a sarcoidosis awareness warrior.
Okay. And that's what y'all say, a warrior.
Yes, I'm a warrior, because we're constantly fighting. It's a daily fight for us.
Okay, daily.
Yes, daily.
Just like with any other ailment that's out here, we fight daily. So psychodocious, how long ago were you diagnosed with this illness?
I was diagnosed in 2003
Okay.
after being misdiagnosed for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So that's something we definitely have to be careful of, because we will get misdiagnosed.
And misdiagnosis just doesn't happen with that. Misdiagnosis happens with anything when it's dealing with anything from mental health to physical health. Misdiagnosed of an illness is a dangerous thing, because if you don't know exactly what's going on, the clock is ticking. And until you get to know what that is, and in that time, I know you prayed that God just keep you until you find exactly what it is that was ailing your body at the time. What was that foreign object that was inside of your body?
Absolutely. So when I started having symptoms, it was with my skin.
Okay.
The sun, the heat would burn my skin.
Okay.
And after doctor after doctor after doctor, they gave me all these different diagnoses. And with my prayers, 3 years later, I walked into a doctor's office. I did not give her my history. Be careful in giving your doctors your family history because they will automatically assume that's what it is. This doctor tested me for everything, MS, lupus, everything she could think of. She was familiar with sarcoidosis, but couldn't treat sarcoidosis. But she knew to test me for sarcoidosis. So when she did all of the tests, everything came back negative with the exception of sarcoidosis was positive. And once she diagnosed me with sarcoidosis, I can remember seeing her face because she actually wanted to pray with me before giving me that diagnosis. We prayed. She gave me my diagnosis, and I said, "Oh, I got this. My mom has sarcoidosis." And she asked me, "Well, why didn't you tell me?" And I told her because you wouldn't have tested me for everything else, and it could have been something else. So, especially African America, please make sure your doctors are checking you for everything and not assuming that because your mom or your dad had something that you have it.
And that's generally what happens when you go inside of a doctor's office. When they start asking your family history, they assume, to me, it's an assumption because it's like if your mom had heart failure, they assume that you're going to have heart failure. And you can be in perfect condition. Your dad, high blood pressure. If your dad had high blood pressure, they're thinking, okay, you can have high blood pressure. Not thinking of just go ahead and test me for everything because my insurance, I'm going to pay you a copay anyway. So my insurance is going to pay for whatever I need. So why not test me for everything? Now, what I have noticed, and this is just in my own journey of going back and forth to the doctor when I need to go, they would test you for everything else under the sun except for what you asked. You have to request for anything, and I found out, and this is a judgment free zone for me. I always say judgment free, but in this case of judgment, I went to a doctor that was not American, who, because I was Black, wanted to test me for everything like HIV and stuff. Like I had that type of lifestyle. He wanted to test, and I was actually only supposed to be there to get what was it? An endoscopy. I needed an endoscopy and a colonoscopy because they're asking that you get it done. But instead of him asking me questions about that, he wanted to test me for. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You testing me like I'm out here just living life lasciviously like that? Wow.
That's what they do.
Wow.
So you got to be insistent, be an advocate for yourself.
Exactly.
And if you can't take someone with you that will advocate for you.
I was so distraught. I was so distraught when he did that. I was walking fast and crying at the same time.
Right.
I was walking fast and crying because I'm like, sir, why are you I get tested. I have to get tested because I'm just, when they call, what is it called? One of those people that really, anytime that they think something is wrong,
Hypochondria.
man, if I cough wrong, I'm running to the doctor. Because I want to know, especially out here with people doing any and everything, I want to know if I get taken out of here too soon, I want to get taken out of here too soon for the right reasons, not for the wrong reason because somebody else wants to do whatever they want to do with their body. But with sarcoidosis, having that test and going through that process, how was you mental wise? How was it mentally when you knew that you were getting ready to have this test done with that doctor, knowing that your mom had already had it? How was the mental effect on you going to have this test done?
So it definitely was a major toll, um, because you don't know all of the details of what your body is going through, because everybody's body is differently. I know what my mom had gone through, and unfortunately, when my mom was diagnosed, it was so late. So my concern was, is it too late? Am I early enough? Has the 3 years affected even worse than it would if they had diagnosed me 3 years ago? So it was definitely a struggle to go through the process. And even once I was tested, there still was a major issue because now I need to readjust my life. Now I need to focus on being healthy. How can I stop this? How can I fix this? What do I do? How do I live? What are my expectations? I knew about Bernie Mac and his foundation, so I'm reaching out to different organizations, just seeking help, trying to get guidance on what to do. It was definitely a struggle, mentally, physically, emotionally, a struggle. It still is. Every day it's a mental, physical, and emotional struggle for you when you have sarcoidosis because you don't know when it's going to attack, you don't know what it's going to attack, you know the effects of what's going to happen after once it attacks. So with sarcoidosis, when it attacks an organ, and it can attack any organ of your body, it's killing the part of the body that it's attacking. Yes, killing it. It creates nodules. So it's a daily battle, mentally, physically, emotionally, because what is it attacking today? Know your body. Know when your body is not functioning properly. It's one of the biggest things I had to learn was to know my body. And thank God, through the grace of God, if I wake up and I'm feeling funny, I'm calling my doctors because I'm like, something isn't right. I don't know what, but something is not right now. And so we monitor me for the next few days until it manifests what it is. So in that process, it's still a struggle. It's still mentally hard because you don't know. You're living out what's going to happen now.
So, what is some of the symptoms for sarcoidosis? We have our viewers on here. They want to know what are some of the symptoms of this illness.
So some of the symptoms is if you're struggling to breathe, and that's not normal for you. If you're gasping, if you're short-winded, definitely see a pulmonary. If you have bronchitis and pneumonia all the time, in which I did, definitely see a pulmonary. See a lung doctor. Those are major symptoms for your lungs. If you're having heart palpitations, if your heart is beating faster than it should be and you're at rest, see a cardiologist. Have them test because those are symptoms of it attacking your heart. So with each organ, there's going to be symptoms for it. If it's attacking your eyes, you're having problems with your vision all of a sudden. You have what I call a film on your eyes that if you peel them off, then you can see better. If you see these spider webs, all of these are symptoms that is attacking your eyes. If you're having any kind of eye problems, please see an eye doctor so that they can check you. You may have to request with your doctors to test me for sarcoidosis. It is predominantly known in African American women. So, ladies, sisters, mothers, aunts, please, if you're having any symptoms that's abnormal, please don't try to home remedy them. Go to a doctor, have them tested.
And we are good at home remedies.
We are so good at home remedies, but you can't home remedy sarcoidosis.
Okay. Well, we're going to get more into this disease. and it is a dis-ease to our bodies. We're going to get more into that with our guest, Miss Jackie here, who is a warrior. Now, I said survivor, but she says warrior because she wars every day with this. Um, we're going to get back into that, but right now we're going to go ahead and get into our shoulda, woulda, coulda song. Now, y'all know your girl. I love songs, but this song right here, if Aretha was still alive, I would go high five her because it is an Aretha Franklin original. So just be prepared. You may hear it, you may not hear it. Hold on, I got first get it ready because I done pulled it up and I didn't even make it ready for you guys to even know what the song is. So YouTube always got that. You get to it. Hold on, Aretha, you're going too fast for me. So this song right here, be prepared, because it is a shoulda, woulda, coulda song. And yeah, I love this song. And I think if I was to, let's say it like this here, should I get married? I would sing this song. I'm just playing. I just playing. Here we go. Come on. Is it the right song? It don't sound right. Come on. Hold on. I don't, hold on. We ain't doing right now. We need to find this song. Hold on, you guys. Here we go. I gotta find this song by Aretha Franklin. Actually, we ain't gonna do the lyrics. We're gonna go ahead and get into the regular part. Here we go. Real. I need to do it. I'm gonna find this song. Jesus and I became. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You got it? I like this part right here. As one. She said, there's nothing you can overcome if you let me be the only one. Now, God is this. There's nothing you can overcome. If you let me be the one and only. Oh my God. I'm so in love. I'm so in love with second right now. I'm so in love right now. Yes. Some people spend a lifetime looking for that special meaning. I don't think they know that I'm good.
God. Yes. Don't need to that's how I felt. He was praying in the spirit for real. Jesus, we are united together. I found the one who would love me forever. Does that tell my age? Does that tell my age? Does that tell my age? Let me tell you. Aretha did that. Aretha did that song. Now, Aretha, just because you did that song, United Together, I found Jesus. I just want to win right now. Yes. What you think, Miss Jackie? I'm over here. I'm engulfed. I'm in. I'm engulfed. You know, I didn't feel in love again. So
Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Bad grammar and all. Falling in love.
back then, bad grammar didn't matter.
It sure didn't. The only thing mattered was Jesus.
So that was your shoulda, woulda, coulda song by Aretha Franklin. It's called United Together. Let me tell you, I went deep in the archives of that one. So when we talk about shoulda, woulda, coulda songs, now I'm gonna throw it out there. You know, I have a favorite, and she is one of my top 10. Actually, she's number one of my top 10, and the artist Anita Wilson. If she sung that song, I think I would just have to lay on the floor and put a blanket on and just lay down. It's just lay down because this lady's vocals are so amazing. To where if she sung this song "United Together" by Aretha Franklin, yeah, I would put that on. I would put that on repeat, not repeat. I would put that on repeat. You know, so it could be. And when I talk about gospel artists being my top 10, it could be her. It could be. I don't know. Her vocals are really powerful. Jacqueline Carr. But let me tell you, that song right there, I know when you were going through your process, you were probably like, Jesus, we got to be united together because I need to find your love in this healing.
Absolutely. Yes.
I need to find your love in this healing. So one of our guests on that shoulda, woulda, coulda song, guys, let me tell you, it's not just me. You are the art. You are. I'm your guest. You're actually the one who tells us or allows us to be in your presence and let us know what songs that you would like to see on the woulda, shoulda, or hear on the shoulda, woulda, coulda version. Let me know. When I'm here on Saturdays, I don't mind doing that. So I'm all about you as a people. Like I said, we perish for lack of knowledge. So I want you to give me a song, sing me a song, let me know what's going on. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to a little bit more to Miss Jackie about this psychosis. When she said Bernie Mac was diagnosed with it, and when she also showed me some other individuals that had this illness, what are some other people who were diagnosed with this dis-ease, Miss Jackie, that are no longer here with us?
Oh,
Because I think you said Mahalia Jackson.
there is, yes.
Okay.
There, I mean, the names evade me right now, but
Oh,
we
that's
got
okay.
major football players that
Okay.
has passed on from it. Now, know that one of the things the doctors tell you is that you're not going to die from the sarcoidosis.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to die from the damage it does.
The complications.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So with that, I mean, there's been football players. I don't even have my paperwork with the list of names in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of famous people. And there's a lot of them that's fighting right now that has it. That's alive as well. The reason the Bernie Mac Foundation was created because of the sarcoidosis that he had, and making people more aware of the foundation
Mhm.
and the disease. So there is so many people that has it.
Okay. And so they're saying that it's not the disease, but it's the damages that are done to your body that causes you to no longer be existing here on this earth.
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct. So breaking it down for you, it's an autoimmune disease.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So whereas our immune system is here to protect us from colds, flus, all of those things. When you have sarcoidosis, your immune system, as I say, is confused.
Okay.
So it will see an organ at any time, think that it's protecting you because it thinks that it sees some kind of bacteria, some cold or whatever, and
Mhm.
it goes to attack it. When there's actually nothing wrong with that organ.
Okay.
So that's where your damage is coming from when it attacks. One of the things with my mom's situation is by the time we found out she had sarcoidosis, almost 90% of her lung was already dead from the damage it had done to it. So just make sure, again, and I keep saying this, get checked out.
Okay.
There was a big controversy years ago because, first of all, sarcoidosis has been around for over 100 years.
Mm.
And we weren't aware of it. So they told us you just have the flu, you just have the pneumonia. But it's been around forever. One of the things you have to know and remember is the biggest controversy they had way back in the day was they didn't think it was genetic. They now know it's genetic. So if someone in your family has it, it is so important that your females in your family get tested.
Okay.
My daughter has to be tested every year because my mother had it, because I have it.
Mhm.
She has to be tested every year. Once we gain the knowledge of the sarcoidosis, we feel like that's what my grandmother had as well. But doctors have definitely confirmed it is genetic. It can run in the family. Sisters get tested. Now, do not get me wrong, ladies. Men get it too.
Mhm.
There are men that have sarcoidosis as well,
Okay.
but it's more prevalent in women.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because one of our favorite listeners on here is she's throwing some stuff on there. Thank you, Ms. Norman. Joe Brown, Tisha Campbell,
Yeah.
Sean Levert. I know we talked about Sean Levert, Eddie Levert's son. I'm wondering if that was something that Gerald Levert passed from it because his brother had it. So I know that they were saying that he passed from a heart complication, but I wonder if sarcoidosis was really the main cause for him with his brother. When you say genetics, and when you say football players, you know, Joe Brown was the football player.
Yes.
So just with that, and you were explaining to us different things that happen when you have that the symptoms. When you told us about the symptoms of sarcoidosis and how they can be misdiagnosed because somebody a doctor would think of something else that it may be.
Yeah, a lot of doctors don't know about sarcoidosis. Well, 9 times everybody should know about it, but even in knowing about it, they don't know how to treat it.
Okay.
So one of the biggest things is if you get tested, and I go back to my original doctor that did test me for it.
Mm-hmm.
She was a godly woman, and she said, "I'm not going to take your money. I can't treat you. Let me send you to these specialists. If you get tested and it comes back positive, please don't let a regular MD try to treat you. They cannot treat you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their specialty. You need to see a lung doctor. You need to see a liver doctor. You need to see a kidney doctor. You need to see every doctor for the organs in your body so that that doctor can check those organs to make sure they are okay. And then they'll test you yearly to make sure it's okay. Make sure you get a biopsy if need be for it. All of that matters.
So you really need a whole team of experts that are going to be there to make sure that everything is working properly. Having that whole team, that's when you really call on all the physicians, but you make sure you call on the great physician for one, but call on all those physicians who are equipped. I mean, having the word MD behind your name, yeah, it's a lot, because you pay for the alphabet. But one thing we do learn in the mental health culture, in the mental health industry, is if you're not equipped to handle that type of diagnosis, don't do it. You send them to somebody who can handle if you have a substance abuse issue, or if you have an issue with, I'm learning personality disorder. I'm learning it, but I'm not vast on it as someone else may be, and I can refer that client to someone who's very vast on personality disorder. Now, when it comes to grief and loss, I thrive in it because, again, I don't just look at it as a loss of a loved one. I look at it as different forms of loss in a relationship, just different type of things. So I'm not going to put myself in a predicament like these doctors who when they hear psychosis, oh, I can treat it. Just because you're an MD don't mean you can treat it.
Right. That's right. Right. And one of the things you said that it's so important, even with the sarcoidosis, it's okay to see doctors. Mm-hmm. It's okay to see a therapist. You may need a therapist.
Oh, yes, right.
I mean, because it takes a toll on you. Mm-hmm. You never know what's going to happen from day to day. So see a therapist if that's what you need to do. See a therapist. And one of the things you said also that is so true, the greatest doctor is Jesus.
Yeah, that's the great position.
And I thank him every day. I walk this walk because of him. Mm-hmm. Because let me share with you, sarcoidosis ranges, your tests range from 5 to 63, with 5 being normal, mm-hmm. and 63 being high. Mm-hmm. My numbers stay 300 and higher. Every time they test me, it's 300 and higher.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's back it up.
5 to 63.
You took me to another level. Or you said that.
Yep, 5 to 63.
5 to 63,
that's right.
But you're in the 300s?
All the time. Yeah, all the time.
Lady, you are walking miracles.
Yes, I am. But that's it. But because of the God I serve, because of the real physician, I sit here on this station talking about sarcoidosis. Because the doctors, the physical doctors, say I should be living off of oxygen. The physical doctors say I shouldn't be able to walk, I should be crippled. The physical doctors say my heart shouldn't be functioning. They got all of these. They say. But God says, you're my child. You're going to be the example of a miracle right here. People read the Bible for miracles, but I'm a walking, talking, living miracle every day of God's grace and mercy and of his promise to keep me. And he'll do the same for you if you trust in him, if you focus on him, if you let him be your guide.
So I have 2 questions for you before we get into a song. You know our favorite person is on here and she's on it. I love these questions. Girl, you hear me? Do they have a cure for this disease?
No, there is no cure for sarcoidosis.
Okay.
They finally have opened up a sarcoidosis clinic downtown in the medical center, University of Houston, U of H. So they're working trying to find a clinic. And as always, with everything else, they need support.
Okay.
So definitely support the cause. You can find them online. You can go to FSR.
Mhm.
There are organizations that's helping trying to find the cure.
Okay. And the next question is, do you ever recover?
No,
Okay.
you never recover. You can go into, let me see, I lost the word. Um, it can go dormant.
Oh, remission?
It can go, and
Like
you can
go
go in
down.
remission
Okay.
for a period of time, but to just go away, it never goes away.
Hmm.
So it is a fight that you will fight for the rest of your life when you're diagnosed with it.
Hmm. Okay. So you have heard it here. We're going to continue to get into more information about this disease that's called psychosis. It's a silent killer. And a lot of people may have passed away not knowing that's exactly what it was, amongst other silent killers that are out here in society that is targeting the body. It's an autoimmune system disease. So I'm going to get more into what we can do to help, kind of alleviate some of the time or push back some of the time that we may have when dealing with a disease like this. We're going to talk about things that we can eat, things that we can do, places we can go, resources. Honestly, I'll get more into that. Let's get into this song. I mean, this song right here fits her so well. And I just have to play it right now. It's our own Karen Clark Shield, A Living Testimony. Let's get into this music. So you are listening to my girl Jackie. I mean, she has wowed me beyond capacity right now with this psychosis disease. And like we say, it is a disease. It's this in our body, and it's making us uneasy. Your girl, you know me, I'm acronyms, and I will break stuff down to that capacity. But let's go ahead and get into the knowledge of finding out what it is that's really ailing our bodies. Make sure you do your yearly physicals, get your test blood work done. Whenever they're drawing blood, make sure they draw the blood for the right things, and learn what it is that's in your body. It doesn't mean that it's the end all or be all, but we lack wisdom when we don't know what it is that's going on in our bodies. So for me, and this is my whole testimony, I was diagnosed in, what was it? What was that, 9/11? Was that 2011? Whatever 9/11 was, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I have been doing things to make sure that I stay here, even though I do eat bad sometimes. Them hot wings be getting me. I got it. You want to talk to your girl? I love hot wings. But being a type 2 diabetic, I don't do medication because, again, I've learned that the medication does tend to do things to your body that is not right. My mom was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and that, that's neither here nor there. But when you find out what's going on with your body, that's when you can learn when you know better, you do better.
Right.
And that's what Miss Jackie is here to inform us on how to know better, to do better. When you know what it is, whether it be sickle cell, may it be high blood pressure, heart disease, arthritis, all these things, then you learn how to focus and do your research, learn what it is that you need to do to make sure that you're taking better care of yourself. Because we're promised longevity here on this earth, but it's how we take care of our bodies when we're here on this earth. See a therapist. If it's bothering you that much, to when a doctor gives you a diagnosis, that's what we're here for. If the doctor gives you a diagnosis and you're stressed, you have anxiety, see a therapist. Make us a part of your team. Make us a part of your care team. You want to listen in to what Miss Jackie got to talk about. Because this psychedelic psychosis, Let me tell you, this is nothing to play with. It's really not anything to play with when it comes to your body. And we should live and not die. God promised us. Um, a lot of people say 7 years. Go back to Genesis. He promised us 120 years of life. I want my 120. I mean, I'll take 100. I really don't want to see my loved ones leave, but I'm professing everything word come out of my mouth. I want to see my 100, at least 100. I want to be like Cicely Tyson, 96, and still walking around in heels, baby. I don't want no kitty heels. I want the real. I want the real. I want the ones, not really the 6-inch, but Miss Jackie, we're gonna get into some more information on finding out where you can get this information in the community. I'm loving this so much till you're gonna hear here first why he can't. And Color Me Stigma Free is hosting a basketball tournament in August for mental health awareness. It's called For the Love of Basketball and Mental Health Awareness, as well as we're hosting a conference in August for mental health awareness, and it's called Tonight is the Night Awareness. The donations that we're giving is going to the Black and brown culture. The donations that we're getting, the proceeds that we're getting for these events that we're hosting, we want to be able to give to organizations to continue the research, like for psychodoses, different things that are out here. Let me tell you, the conference is not a women's conference, nor is it a men's conference. It's an everybody conference. So you saw these eyes, right? It's an everybody conference. So be prepared. The information will be going out soon. We're going to get out of this song. Miss Jackie is a living testimony. Karen Clark Shields did say it. And we're going to get into some more conversation about psychosis. Because we got to know, we got to be informed. We have to learn what it is that's out there that is causing the illness and sicknesses that are going on in society. So, you heard it. We're going to get into, I said we're going to do that, but we're going to get into another song. And we're going to go ahead and get into one of my next favorite artists. This guy right here, straight out of Houston. Hey.
Yes.
Lord, do it for me. I know that's one of Miss Jackie's songs, but she went into the Lord. Yes, yes, yes. So here's the information about the Saved and Silly cruise. If you have not booked your cruise yet, here you go. Cut now.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy Cousin Al. Listen, man, the Saved and Silly Cruise is going down October 31st. We are leaving out of Galveston, that big G, and we're going to Cozumel. Hey, como está? Hey, me estoy muriendo como un perro abandonado. We're going out there, man. I don't even know what I just said, but all I know is I'm learning my Spanish little by little. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, and que pasó? Being we finna be in Cozumel. That's what I want y'all to know. So go ahead, book your cabin with LD Entertainment so you can get into all the exclusive events. I just added an event, y'all. I just added an event, and they might get mad at me. They might, I might get fined for this, but hey, I'm gonna just take the charge. But I'm challenging every comedian on the boat, every comedian to a versus. I'm challenging y'all to a versus. Like, what's up? And I ain't talking about no jokes. I'm talking about a wet t-shirt contest. Because, you think you could beat me at a wet t-shirt contest? No. So, yeah, I might as well just keep on eating so I can win. Because, I just don't see. I ain't no use in me stop eating now. Because on the boat, I'm finna be eating burgers and fries and chicken and squirrel and all kind of stuff they gonna have on there. But anyway, go ahead and book your cabin while it's cheap. LD Entertainment. The number is somewhere around here. And why do I keep pointing like it's actually right here? It should be right here in front, down here. I don't know. Book it.
So if you have not done this is the Queens of Clean Comedy. May 11th, 2024. Book your tickets. Get your tickets. If you don't have tickets, if you can't go and see it live, you can also see it virtually. Do a brunch with mom. Do a brunch with aunts, cousins, aunties. If they have children and don't have babysitters, do the virtual. You can all be a part of the Queens of Clean comedy that is May the 11th at the Match Theater. Tickets are still available. Come on, let's sell this out for mom. Let's go ahead and make this happen for your mom, your sister. Hey, I won't be there. I'll be in California. But if all things possible, because my daughter always have a whole lot for me to do. But if all things possible, because it's a 2-hour difference, I may go ahead and do it with my daughter's mother-in-law, her grandmother. Let them see what I do here in Houston with these ladies. You got Don Breezy, Marissa, Mother Meaty. So, yeah, we're getting ready to come back because God gonna do it for us all the time. All the time. Welcome back to the Save This City Morning Show. We are being equipped with information. We are being equipped with information. God says in his word, and I can't help but to hit you across your head over and over again with this heaping coal on your head. Hosea 4:6, for my people perish for lack of knowledge. Let me tell you, when the knowledge is there to hit you, you need to engulf it, take it in. Talk to a friend, talk to a family, talk to a phone, tell them to go and get tested. See, and I stated this on social media, and I have to go back to this quote that I made on there, and it meant a lot to me when I said what I said, because I meant what I meant when I said it. On Facebook, I did this post this past week, and in my post, I stated on there, let me go back to it. I stated on there, on this post, let's see here, let me go back to it. Oh, did it not say it for me? Oh, no, yes it did. I just don't know what it said. Let me go to this post because I have been posting so much, trying to keep everybody involved and informed on what's going on out here in this community. Some people like my stuff, so I can't even find it right now, Miss Jackie. I'm over here trying to find this post that I said, and people commented on it. But let's see. We had some more questions because I know that your support team, because your support team is a part of my support team. So another question that was put out here, is sarcoidosis a disability?
It is a disability.
Okay.
You definitely can have your doctors to look into that. If you test positive and they find that you can't function because of it. You can get your handicap stickers, all of those things, because absolutely it is a disability. One of the other things I need to share with you all is sarcoidosis is not contagious. You can't catch it.
Yeah.
By being around somebody.
Say that one more time.
It is not contagious.
It's not like the chicken pox.
It is not. You can't catch it from somebody being around somebody that have it. It's not possible. You can't catch it. It is not.
Most autoimmune system disease, people think that you can catch. There's no, if you want to catch it. But we're not trying to give it to you. It's not one of those catchable diseases. And like I said, dis-ease, it's not one of those, it's one of those things that your body is saying, hey, there's a foreign object in here and I'm fighting against it. There's this foreign thing that's going on. I was able to find the post that I said. I put in there, I said, the problem is not the lack of knowledge that draws the line in how we perceive life. Yet it is the mere fact that we have knowledge before us only to refuse to learn or better equip ourselves to know better is to do better. And I said, I'll leave that right there. Because we don't. We see other people dealing with these diseases and we're like, it's not me. I'm not going to get tested. What are you afraid of? Because at the end of the day, this body is just a shell here on this earth for our journey. It doesn't kill, that disease doesn't kill our soul. It just affects the organs in the body of this body. But take care of this body while you're still here on this earth so you can do your purpose while you're yet here on this earth. That's all God is asking. He already knew because he said sickness and disease will exist. He knew that because he had to deal with it. When Jesus bared that cross, he had all of that on him. So he already knew it was there, but the knowledge that we lack is causing us to leave this earth before time because we're too afraid to ask the questions. Ask the questions. Look, y'all got me acting up in here. Ask the questions. Please ask the questions. Because these doctors go to school, true enough, they don't know everything, but they go to school to learn it. That's why they're called practicing. It's a practice medication. It's a practice position, but it's under the great physician. When you have a relationship with the great physician, he would tell you these things before they even happen. You don't always have to. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm not skating on, y'all know me, I'm unapologetic. You don't always have to wait for a prophet to tell you something. You can talk to God and have a relationship with him, and he can tell you things before they even happen. So with psychodosis, and we gotta get, because I don't like to get on soapboxes, but when I'm about educating people, I get to go on this rant and tangent. What can you not do with psychodosis?
You cannot eat improperly. You cannot not take care of your body. You cannot not know your body. And you can't afford to not know Jesus.
You said you can't eat improperly. What's the eat improperly? Because I started the chicken wings start flying around my head. So like Jesus.
I mean, I don't need you to give up some of that pork. It's not good for you anyway.
Yeah.
Give up a little of that beef because it's not processing in your body. So it's making your body work even harder. And if you have sarcoidosis or any other kind of, how you said, disease, then your body don't need all that extra work to function.
So really, when we talk about disease, we know that it's something in your body that's inflamed.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something that they said for sarcoidosis when you're going through the autoimmune system battle? Something in your system is inflamed. Maybe, like you said, is the diagnosis is there, but it attacks different parts of your body.
Right.
Okay.
So absolutely, when it's attacking, whatever it is attacking is inflamed.
Mm-hmm.
It's creating habit. So it's inflamed. Perfect example is when it's attacking my eyes. I can actually feel the vessels and muscles in my eyes swelling from the inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it's attacking, it's gonna definitely cause inflammation in your body for it. And you want to get that checked out.
So has your eyes been the only area that you've experienced an attack?
No. So for me, it started with my skin. Being outside, my skin burned. Sitting under the hair dryer, my skin burned. I'm talking blisters all over my body and stuff that are not contagious. But I'm now fighting the battle of my eyes being attacked. I have my lungs that have been attacked. My airways has been attacked. I'm fighting that battle now with my airways being attacked. Heart is doing good now. There's damage to it. Liver is good. Haven't had any problems with the liver being attacked. Kidney has been attacked. So again, any organ at any time. Once that organ is attacked, and this is where you come in of knowing your body. You got to know your body because you got to be the one to tell your doctor, okay, this is what's happening. They will treat the organ. They can't stop the attack, but they'll treat the organ. They'll put you on steroids, they'll put you on antibiotics, they put you on autoimmune suppressant drugs to slow it down. And so that helps us to function.
Okay. So I'm you my lock sister.
Yes.
We both have locks.
Yes.
And we love our journey
Yes.
of having this locks. So with the medication, I know a lot of times when we take different medications with our with these diseases, how has that hindered or has it done anything in your life journey with your hair? Because I know once before you said when you told me a journey that you had of losing your hair, but that wasn't because of psychosis, was it? It was just mismanagement of the hair or what?
No, they started me on chemotherapy.
Okay.
And so I started losing my hair. And I got off of the chemotherapy. That was back when I was first diagnosed. I started chemotherapy again. I've been on it for a year. But this time it's a lower dose that I take. So it has definitely thinned the hair out. There's a little spotting in it. But you can counteract that by taking your vitamin D, taking your vitamins, massaging your scalp. So when there's issues, there's always a natural herb that God has given us that we can use to counteract the medicine that we need to help suppress the immune system. The key is keeping the immune system suppressed as much as you can so that your attacks are minimized. Not they don't stop, but they're minimized.
Now, you talking about a little spotting. I did your retype. I don't know this miracle juice that you got going on that you had me to put on your hair. I didn't see no spotting because I just started using that miracle juice and I think I'm getting some hair on the side. It kind of looked that way, but I've been using this stuff that you now. One of the scents inside of this oil that you made is the oregano. I was laughing at it the other night because I was putting it on my hair, and actually I was my guy friend, good boyfriend. Oh, did I say that? But you had me laughing too. But I actually put it on his scalp, and I smelled the oregano, and I was thinking of spaghetti.
Not the spaghetti. Absolutely.
I am so proud about my relationships because again, I'm one of those. I don't like to tell people what's going on because I don't like to put things in the atmosphere for people to talk it down. It's been a journey for me, especially just a side note. It's been a journey for me, especially being divorced. I had to talk to God about my trust issues, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about psychosis. That's a whole different topic. So how do chemicals affect your body with the psychosis? Because I know you can't do certain chemicals or cleaning supplies.
Absolutely. Clorox locks your lungs up immediately. So if you're on Clorox and your lungs are being locked up, you can't breathe, see a doctor. Pine Sol locks your lungs up immediately. If you're using Pine Sol around it and you can't breathe, see your doctor.
Oh my Lord.
Absolutely. Those are two major things. Smoking cigarettes. If your body is in crisis mode and you are around cigarettes, can't breathe, see a doctor. So those are definitely chemicals that affects your body.
So Clorox.
Clorox. You can't even open the bottle.
Oh,
Clorox. Yes.
And Pine Sol?
Pine Sol, yes.
I'm like our audience over here. I'm done.
Absolutely.
I'm done.
Clorox.
And I deal with clients who want to drink it. And now I find out even when you have a disease like sarcoidosis, you can't even smell it.
Nope. Can't even smell it. It's gonna lock your lungs up.
perfumes?
Some perfumes, depending on what's in the perfume.
So I like perfumes that have like that grapefruit infused inside of it because they say grapefruit is good for your body and it's good for your skin. So whenever I purchase a perfume, it has to have the ingredient of grapefruit extract inside of it. So is that one I need to be
You're okay with that?
okay?
You're okay with
Not saying that I have it, but I'm just equipping myself
that? Right,
for
right.
the knowledge. So also I was asked about, is there any swollen parts of your body when you have these symptoms?
Absolutely. I woke up this morning with joints hurting, swollen, fingers swollen. Um, your body will swell up at any point in time. And generally, you just have to kind of give it a moment. Let it get itself together before you roll up out of bed.
Okay.
You're tired all the time. And that's one of the symptoms that never go away. You're always tired. You can get 10 hours of sleep and you can sleep 10 more hours. And it's not that you're sleepy, it's just that your body doesn't want to function.
So when I asked the question about it being a disability, and the fact that most people when they become disabled, they're no longer able to, in some cases, able to work and have a workable life to where they have to ask for services from the government. I refuse to do that. Honestly, I don't want to be limited on my finances when it comes to that, because when you become limited on your finances, you become limited in your thinking.
Yes.
So, being that it is of a disability, but I noticed that you work.
I do. I work Monday through Friday. I work 8.5 hours, 9 hours a day. Absolutely. I sit at a desk. So there are days when work is difficult, especially if it's attacking my eyes. I can't go out in the light. Light is piercing to the eyes when it's attacking. You need total darkness. So definitely, depending upon what it's attacking, makes work a challenge. But again, because I walk by faith, God has not told me to sit down and be on disability. He gives me the strength to get up and go. And as long as God has given me the strength to get up and go, I'm going to get up and go. Because I got to be able to show His goodness, His grace, and His mercy. So sometimes disability is a crutch to fall back on, but for me it's not, because I'm on a journey of God. One of the things I said when I was diagnosed to my doctor and to many of people, I got it. God gave me this disease because He knew I was strong enough to pray this generational curse to cease and it not go any further down the lineage of my family. And I'll stand with anybody else that wants that for their family, because we can pray this away. The Bible tells us that we can pray for God to stop this. And so stand with me, I stand with you as we pray it away so that I can keep on working. As long as God gives me the strength and the grace to get up and go, I'm going to get up and go.
Okay. So we're at the top of the hour. We're going to come back and finish out because I got some more great questions. And I know if you're seeing different things that you can go around and you can, with the sun being piercing, I know with this dis-ease, it's also hard to go outside when someone is cutting grass because the pollen and all of that does affect the breathing, because again, this is attacking different parts of your body. You're here listening to the Save It to Me Morning Show with your host, Morticia. We're having a segment of On the Couch with Tish. We have our guest here, Miss Jackie, and we're talking about this disease called psychosis. Let me tell you, this lady is a walking testimony. When she said the numbers start at 5 and it goes to 69, and she's sitting here with numbers of 300, let me tell you, our God is so amazing. He is so awesome. So tune in, join us on Facebook Live if you're not already on there. You can also go on to and send your friends, your family, your foes the information where they can download the app on www.raisethepraise100, and they can also call in. I'm here on Saturdays from 10 to 1 when I'm not out there in the community doing things, trying to educate our people, giving us wisdom and knowledge out here. You can call us at 346-355-0100. Right here on Raise the Praise, where we praise all day, every day, and God gives us everything that we need. Because you know what? When we praise God, it should not be any type of ordinary worship. Hey, you guys, if y'all are tuning in, let me tell you, if you play this back, you're going to see my eyes buck. You're going to see different facial expressions that I have, because I can't say it enough. Hosea 4:6, we perish for lack of knowledge, man. Jackie is hitting us with some great bombs. I mean, physical, mental, emotional bombs that we need to be a part of in the community to know what's going on out here. Your girl Tish won't be here next Saturday, so I'm just forewarning you that right now, because I will be again in the community. There are some great things that are happening in the community. I got to make sure I put it out there what's going on, because you have the Queens of Clean that's happening on May 11th. At the Match Theater, you can go and purchase your tickets. You can go to Match Houston, that's MATCH Houston.org, and get your ticket. You can also, or tickets, being that you want to bring somebody with you. You can also go on to Gospel Comedy Entertainment on Facebook, on all social media platforms, and get that information. Your girl Yielded is hosting it. You have Don Breezy, who's the comedian. You have Marissa. You have Mother Mitty. You have Sandra D. You have the comedian Tanya Lewis. Hey, go there, be a part of it, join in. Also, on May the 25th, there's a women's conference that I'm also a part of, which is called My Sister's Keeper. Let me tell you, we got to be keepers of our sisters. If we don't know how to keep anything else, we got to be able to be keepers of our sisters, to empower each other. Stop tearing each other down because you're not where you want to be and that sister is. So join in with us on May 25th. That's here in Houston. More information on social media platforms on Raise the Praise 100, also on Martisha Sherman, as well as all other social media platforms that I have. Why he can't. Then I'm also going to let you know about, again, we're going to get into this gospel comedy cruise. Save This City Cruise. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy Cousin Al. Listen, man, the Saved and Silly Cruise is going down October 31st. We are leaving out of Galveston, that big G, and we're going to Cozumel. Hey, como está? Hey, me estoy muriendo como un perro abandonado. We're going out there, man. I don't even know what I just said, but all I know is I'm learning my Spanish little by little. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, and ¿Qué pasó? We finna be in Cozumel. That's what I want y'all to know. So go ahead, book your cabin with LD Entertainment so you can get into all the exclusive events. I just added an event, y'all. I just added an event, and they might get mad at me. They might, I might get fined for this, but hey, I'm gonna just take the charge. But I'm challenging every comedian on the boat, every comedian to a versus. I'm challenging y'all to a versus. Like, what's up? And I ain't talking about no jokes. I'm talking about a wet t-shirt contest. Because, you think you could beat me at a wet t-shirt contest? No. So, yeah, I might as well just keep on eating so I can win. Because, I mean, I just don't see. I ain't no use in me stop eating now. Because on the boat, I'm finna be eating burgers and fries and chicken and squirrel and all kind of stuff they gonna have on there. But anyway, go ahead and book your cabin while it's cheap. LD Entertainment. The number is somewhere around here. And why do I keep pointing like it's actually right here? It should be right here in front, down here. I don't know. Book it.
So there you have heard it about the Saving City Cruise. So we're going to get back into some more conversation with this beautiful walking testimony, Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie has a lot to tell us about this dis-ease chirocyclosis. So I want to know some more information, just as I'm sure our audience want to know some more information. So let's get into it because, again, her worship is not ordinary. Now that was none other than Kalante Gavin. I had an opportunity to meet and to interact with this young man. When I say 25 years old and he was like 19, this young man has so much energy. And we had an interview and we got to talking. And when I said Mr. Hill, he was like, let's go. I thought he was a coach getting ready to tell me to go out there on the team because he has so much energy. Go follow him. Go follow a lot of the artists that we're playing here on Raise to Praise 100. Their music, the praise and worship is amazing. Now, I have announcements. There is a Queens of Clean comedy show that's May 11th. If you have not purchased your tickets, let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. Come on out and laugh for Mother's Day. Men, if you have a wife, girlfriend, they call them concubines back in the days, but I'm going to call them side chicks. If you have one of those and you want her to be able to laugh through it all, because a lot of times women do go through a lot, but men, it's an even balance. We say women go through more, but honestly, men have it the hardest. We don't think so because we don't think that they understand. They do understand us, but they can't understand it to the capacity of what we want them to understand. But they do understand because they were raised to provide. They was raised to do it. And if he can't provide for you what you need and you're constantly targeting him, hey, he's going through it and he's growing through it. So that's my tangent on that for men. But for women, men, you can join too. The Queens of Clean Comedy, May 11th. Gospel Comedy Entertainment is hosting this with your girl Yielded, who's here on Tuesdays here at the radio station, and her show is called Fire. Yielded is Y-I before the E. She don't laugh at me when I do this. L-D-E-D. She is the host of this Queens of Clean Comedy. That's May 11th at 7 p.m. at the Mesh Theater. There are going to be some amazing clean queens that's going to be on this show. You have, of course, Don Breezy from the Big Easy. You have Melissa. You also have Mother Mitty. Let me tell you, Mother Mitty, if my grandmother was ever bit like her, I would laugh every day, all day. I probably would need on the depend on the garment before my grandmother would, because this young lady has you cracking up all the time. Sandra D. We had Sandra D here on the show. That's the grandmother like no other. That's the one that she has shoes in her trunk. She's a I want to say she didn't say she's a cougar or anything. She's an alligator. She's a snapper. She'll tell you, I got shoes whatever size you need. Young man inside there, she like I'm young. So that's what she's like. But she also won the open mic contest that Gospel Comedy Entertainment had a few months back. Your girl was thinking about tapping into that, but I do a lot already. But we'll see where God takes us on that. Also, you have the comedian. Her name is Tanya Lewis. Let me tell you, you have 5 amazing female comedians that's going to be at the Queens of Queen Comedy. I want to say 6 because Yielded had her opportunity to jump in on comedy last year and she hit that stage. And when I say she hit that stage running, she hit that stage running being a comedian. Yielded is amazing. She's also an amazing individual, a person. She don't sometimes she don't be peopling, but that's okay. I still make her people me. So also, we are having a women's conference. Let me get to that. I got to tell you about that. If in May 25th, My Sister's Keeper is being hosted by none other than Dr. Dawn. Dr. Dawn's here on Thursdays from 7 to 10, I believe. And also her co-host is Lady T. Lady T also has a show here at the Raise of Praise. I think she's on Street 100. There's a women's conference that is going on May 25th. That's on a Saturday at 2 p.m. You can still purchase your tickets. The tickets are available. It's going to be hosted at 550 Greens Parkway, Suite 160. That's in Houston, Texas. My Sister's Keeper. You can go and find that on Eventbrite and get your tickets. Come be a part. Of course, your girl is going to be on there. We have Pastor LaWanda Garrett. LaWanda Garrett. We also have Dr. I. Gardner is going to be there. Your girl Yielded is also on there. Minister Ernestine Litchcomb is going to be on there. Your girl Morticia. Hey, on the couch. I like to take people to the couch. You know, when you sit on the couch, it should be comfy. I like the comfy couch where we can have a conversation. And also we have another therapist that's going to be on there, Francis Germany. Let me tell you, you want to be a part of this, My Sister's Keeper. Also, be on the lookout for August 10th and 11th. Locked in that date, August 10th and 11th. Why He Can't and Morticia Tish on the Couch, as well as Color Me Stigma Free. We're open to other sponsors who want to be a part, but we're hosting a basketball tournament. It's called For the Love of Basketball and Mental Health. The reason why we chose basketball, because where do people go the most? You don't hear them going to all these other games, maybe soccer, but you'll see basketball games, you'll see tournaments. And a lot of times these sports figments or these people in the sports industry are growing through mental health illnesses. You know, they're dealing with mental health. Football, any sport, any industry, somebody is having a mental health issue. So the proceeds, let me see, let's go here. It's called For the Love of Basketball and Mental Health. It will be hosted at the gym in Atascocita. That's the information that we have for you. Part of the proceeds will be going back to the community, to the Black and brown culture that's out here supporting those who are having mental health issues. And the reason why we chose the Black and brown culture, because we are so underserved. We are not serviced like any other culture is. The Black and brown culture, we're the main ones. The Hispanics and the Blacks are the main ones, as well as other cultures. We're the main ones who parents say, you know, let's suffer in silence is what I call it. When we say, let it, whatever happens at home stays at home. Don't tell nobody your business. Whatever is locked behind these doors needs to stay behind these doors. And what I've learned is in the Hispanic culture, you have those families who don't want therapy because, hey, we don't need to talk to nobody. Why would we tell anybody our business? And then knock in the other dates of August 16, 17, and 18. Let me tell you, this young lady right here, Miss Jackie, blessed us. So Why He Can't, Color Me Stigma Free is also hosting a conference called Tonight is the Night. Tonight is the night is the awareness also, and it's not a women's conference, it's not a men's conference, it's an everybody conference. Everybody, lottie-dottie, everybody can come. Veterans, LGBTQ+, men, women, all of that, because we want to show love. What God says, He loves us all. He says, love the person but hate the sin. So when we talk about that, everybody needs to be informed about what's going on out here. And I'm so excited about that happening and transitioning into that, which is my passion. And that's why I am the unapologetic therapist, because I have no apologies for what I do and what I love, because I'm all about equipping the people. So now we're back to Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, where can we find you? And where can we find more information about psychosis?
You can find me on Facebook, Jacqueline Lewis. You can also find me, or you can get assistance at www.stopsarcoidosis.org. And you can also find information at www.BernieMacFoundation.org. Those are two that definitely come through for us in helping us out.
Okay, so I noticed, and you and I have both talked about, in my meeting you, and I'm glad I didn't meet you in passing. I said that, how they say, kindred spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are kindred spirits on two different levels. You're my sister, but then you're still my sister. And when I met you and you talked to me about this dis-ease, and I had an opportunity to meet you in person, and we talked about the foundation of psychosis and the research that's continuing to go on out there in the community. You said that there are other ways that they can reach out through. Do they just pull up the information on your social media, or you were giving that information?
Yes, they can, like I say, on Facebook, Jacqueline Lewis, and also you can go to Jackie's Sarcoidosis Awareness page. And that is strictly for sarcoidosis patients, family. If you have questions, concerns, if you don't know what to do, where to go, what your next step is, information is always being posted there as well.
Y'all, I just gotta throw this secret in before I give my next statement. This is a beautiful survivor who's 60 years old. 60 years young,
Yes.
should I say. And I'm gonna say it like my grandson said, she's 6. Because he always reverse. My grandmother used to do that to me too. She would reverse the numbers. I'm not 81, I'm 18. And she was forever 18. But this gorgeous, beautiful soul is 60 years old, and she is a walking, living testimony. This is what I call equipped with knowledge and understanding. So also, how when it comes to testing, what do people ask their doctors when they want to be tested for psychosis? Is it just something that they ask when they go for their annual checkup? Hey, I want to be checked for this.
Yes, tell them you would like to be get the ACE test.
Okay.
I'm gonna mess this up. Angiotensin converting enzyme is what those acronyms are.
Okay.
Tell them you want the ACE test.
Okay. Not A1C.
No.
ACE.
ACE.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
You want the ACE test?
Yes.
Okay.
And that would be your first start, unless you're already having some symptoms. If your skin is blistering with the heat or whatever, if you have nodules on your skin, if you're having eye problems. So if you're having those problems, then they do different tests. So the ACE is a blood test, but skin, they're going to do a biopsy on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on what your organ is. But again, for just starting out, ACE.
That's A as in Adam, E as in Edward, C as in Charles. Oh no, A as in Adam, C as in Charles, E as in Edward.
Correct.
It's like ACE.
ACE. Uh-huh.
So you want the ACE test?
Yes.
Okay. I get that. I get that. So support groups. Are there any support groups and activities other than that's out here going on in the community?
Absolutely. So again, the Jackie's Sarcoidosis is a support group, FSA. We recently started a support group right here in the Houston area for them as well. So when you go in, you can either put in your zip code and it'll send your information to the leaders for that group. JSOF is a foundational group that's here as well. So reach out. Even if you need to reach out to me and I can help direct you to a support group in your area because you may be out of state.
Yeah.
So there's support everywhere, especially FSA and Bernie Mac. They're worldwide.
Okay.
So definitely reach out.
Okay. You heard it here. I mean, knowing that Bernie Mac had it and that the foundation was started for him because again, not knowing, and I say what we don't know does hurt us. And I'm so all about cliche breakers. I mean, all these cliches, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never. Yes, the words do hurt because words hurt more than those sticks and stones because they may break your bones, but the bones can heal. But when those words do hurt us because they live inside of us constantly growing and filtering in our bodies and in our heads. Because words can also cause you to have a dis-ease because you're stressed out because those words hurt and your body is like shutting down. You think it's just bothering your mental, but it's also bothering your physical and your emotional part of yourself. So what's another thing that psychosis does to the human body being that it's an autoimmune disease?
So one of the things I want to touch on right quick, you said about the mental, physical, it causes stress and stuff. When you have a lifelong disease, it doesn't go away. You need a real strong support system. And they get tired too. So again, reach out to a specialist, get some help because you get tired, they get tired. I love my family because they stick by my side, but I know family, friends get tired of helping anyone when they're sick for a long period of time. So make sure you have a strong support system that's going to be by your side.
Okay.
One other thing I want to tell you, say to you all. One of the biggest things that people ask me is, they say and then ask, but you don't even look sick. How are you sick? Because you don't look sick. Well, if it's not attacking the skin, it's attacking the inside. And because you can't see the inside, it's still happening. People go, well, I can't see it. You can't always see sickness. So don't let anybody discourage you from talking about it. Like she said, what happens at home, stay at home. No. Tell your family, tell your friends when you're going through stuff. You need that support system. So tell, especially if it's a disease, tell them. Tell them about it. I talk about it all the time. One of the biggest things I say that, how can you help me? I know that was a good question you wanted to ask me. How can you help me? If you are sick, any kind of sickness, any fluids coming from your body that shouldn't be, allergies, sinus, colds, stay away from me. That is the best way to help me because my body can't fight off your sickness. So a simple cold for you is going to be pneumonia in the hospital for me. So that's the biggest way to help. If you're around somebody and they're sick and then you get sick, pay attention to your body. Maybe you need to be tested. Pay attention to your body. Tell people important information for you.
Exactly. You want to do that, because even in the mental health industry, we say set boundaries, and you want to include the people in your boundaries so they'll know this is not a safe place for me. This is triggering me. So when it comes to mental health and psychosis and caring for yourself and being that it's an autoimmune system, um, dis-ease is causing discomfort to your body. I agree. Seek other outside help. You know, build your team, build your community that's going to be able to support you. We know that you do have a community, like your person on here, Norma. She says, "Not me. I'm here all the time." Well, we know you. You know, you are Inspector Gadget because you will go in and research and stuff for us, and we appreciate you in more ways than one. I thank God for the people that God has included in my life now, because that has been my prayer for years, to remove those people who are not and bring those people who are. Even if they're there for a season, even if we're to connect for a purpose and a plan for that time, but don't allow us to break away from each other with discord. And that is a great thing. So Norma also got on me about the basketball tournament. Okay, so I announced about the tournament that Why He Can't in Color Me Sigma Free is having in August. If you do have a team, or you would like a team, it's a team of 7. It can be no less than 7. The reason being, on a basketball court, you're allowed 5 players. We ask that you have 2 additional players, so in case someone gets hurt. Everything will be added to our Facebook and all of our information going forward. It's not until August, but we are promoting early because we really want to be able to give back to the community and give back to those who are out here supporting in the Black and brown community. Because again, we lack knowledge, we lack support, we lack being there for each other like we should be. And even for the conference that we have it. Of course, it's going to be all out, bang out. I'm serious. It's going to be so good because we're going to be honoring some people who are giving into the community that don't otherwise get seen. Again, we are so far under the radar, and the reason why we're under the radar because we don't have we lack knowledge, we lack understanding, we lack wisdom, and that's why I have to bring people here with me that's going to educate you, not to promote them, but to educate you where you're lacking knowledge. So this month is Psychosis Month. This month is also Autism Month. This month is also, I think it's March of Dimes Month. So the color purple is not just a movie, it's a movement. It's a color of a movement of people who are saying, hey, here we are. We're here to equip you with the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding of what's going on out here in society. We're going through it, well, we're growing through it, because I don't ever say go through anything. I've been saying growing through all my life. You're growing through something, and here we are to equip you with the knowledge and the wisdom that you need. I appreciate the time that Miss Jackie took out of her schedule to come here and just to give you just an understanding of what a psychosis is. Bernie Mac's Foundation does it. You had Sean Levert who had it. Mahalia Jackson had it. Angie Stone had it or has it. You have other artists that are out there. Football player Joe Brown. Trisha Campbell has it. There are so many people who are out here who has it, who are trying to get you the information. If you know the book of Leviticus in the Bible, it talks about all kinds of sicknesses and diseases. Leviticus tells you things that are going on, and Jesus died on the cross with all of those diseases for us to have longevity and life here on this earth. But we have to know what it is that we're fighting against. We have to know what it is that we're working and praying to the great physician to help cure us from. We have to be able to talk to the great physician to say, hey, Father, the doctor diagnosed me, but God's word does say, whose report will you believe? We have to know whose report we believe. Yeah, the report is given, but whose report do you believe is what we're saying. So when you have the knowledge, when you lack in something, and we equip you with the knowledge, then it goes forward to whose report will you believe? Are you going to believe the doctor's report? Or are you going to believe the great physician who says that he heals all because he knows all? So I can take you to church on the therapist couch. Ministry is me. So, Miss Jackie,
Yes.
also, what I really want to know is 60.
Yes.
Man, some people wish they could see 60. How has this journey been for you, even with having this autoimmune disease, this disease in your 60-year-old body, but not your 60-year-old spirit? How has the journey been?
Good question. There are days when it's easy breezy, and there's days when it's a constant fight and battle. But through it all, I know God got me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I woke up this morning swollen, hurting, joints and stuff. And when there's nothing you can do about it, you just pray your way through, as I do. I pray my way through, and I keep on fighting. I know God got me. When God is ready for me to sit down, He'll tell me it's time for me to sit down.
Of course.
And until then, I'm going to be 60 and speaking. I'm going to be 70 and speaking. And I'm speaking about God because through this journey with sarcoidosis, God has it. God has it. I have it, but God has it.
Mm-hmm.
And so He's fighting this battle for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm just stuck on the fact that I'm still stuck on the numbers.
Don't be stuck on the numbers. God make numbers count.
No, I'm talking about the numbers of what you see.
He make them count.
And they counting.
Mm-hmm.
They are count. Like now the math be mathing on that one. The math is mathing on that one.
Yes.
Oh my God. I mean, just to even know that, just that information, to know that information and how God has you in such a season, in such a time as this. I mean, just being a part of Esther, because he said for such a time as this with her, because she had to give her people knowledge.
Yeah.
And she had to come before her people and like, hey, we need to fast, we need to pray, we need to do all this and when she was told by Mordecai, this is such a time as this. And God has you at such a time as this to equip us. Because I wouldn't have known about no sarcoidosis.
Absolutely. We have people walking around with it that don't know about it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I had somebody walk in my office one day and saw my shirt and didn't know about it. She was almost blind. She had lesions all over her body. And when I directed her, she came back a couple of years later and she gave her praise report. She was misdiagnosed. So, talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So probably the misdiagnosis was probably something like lupus or something like that, and not really giving her the true information.
Right.
Now, the test is called ACE.
Yes.
ACE.
Yes.
ACE. You always gotta have one in your pocket, like a poker spade, like the poker spade. The ace in the hole. We want to keep that ace in the hole, but we want to be equipped with knowledge on what this test is, so we'll know how to handle this disease. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and get into a song by Jonathan Nelson called "Anything Can Happen," because we know with God all things can happen when we believe and know that who He is who He say He is. He says He's the great physician and He is the great I Am. So we're going to get into this song by Jonathan Nelson called "Anything Can Happen." So Miss Jackie, this has really been great. I am so thankful for this. No one tell me talking about preach.
Look, I had some questions for you that I was on the site, but she started sending all the text messages. I'm like, she out of control. let me see.
Oh, I can still ask a couple of them. You guys, thank you for being a part of what's going on. Miss Jackie talking about sarcoidosis, the questions that are being asked. Go back and do the replay. Listen to what is being said. Inform your family. Let them know what's going on. That this is a disease. It's an autoimmune disease. Let me tell you, this young man, Jonathan Nelson, is saying anything can happen. God can change our life at any time. And just to honor our humility, I'm very humbled to have met Miss Jackie to let me know what is going on because I'm really going to be out here advocating for this because again, we perish for lack of knowledge. I want us to know what's going on with our bodies. Like I said, I was diagnosed 20 something years ago with type 2 diabetes. Look at me. And you can never tell that I have type 2 diabetes. You can never tell what I'm going through, what I go through, the pains that go on with my body, how my doctors sometimes are amazed when they see me and they're like, you don't have neuropathy, you don't have, because I know the great physician. I trust God. I do cleanses. I do eat. I don't eat bad all the time, but when I eat bad, I eat bad. But I know what to do when I do eat bad. I love life. You have to learn to love life. I have a newfound respect for Miss Jessie because again, God is doing great things through her, for her, and 60. I'm not 60 yet, but baby, this is a fire for 60. This young lady right here, and you cannot tell that she has sarcoidosis. I knew nothing about this disease. I want to thank her family member, Miss Norma, my co-worker, my team. Let me tell you, I have a team of people in different areas of my life, but that team that I have, Norma, Demetria, Bree, these are my girls. And Fan, I have, that's one pod for me. Then I have other pods of friends. But this pod right here, I have nothing but respect for all my pods, all my friends who have been there for me, my brother, Big Skinny, like I said, I don't get it too much in my relationship, but you know who you are. Thank you so much for being there, being a part of my life that keeps me going. My girls laugh about the whole conversation. But again, find out more about sarcoidosis. Find out more about these autoimmune diseases that are out here that are targeting our Black and brown culture. Then find a therapist. Build you a community so you'll know that you'll be here for longevity. Anything can happen in here because God is about breakthroughs. We're going to get some more questions going on before we end the show. Welcome back to the Saved and Silly Morning Show. You have your host here, Morticia. Send shouts out to our other host, Erica B. We're at raisetopraise100.com where you can find the app to download. We're here on Saturdays from 10 to 1 Central Standard Time. You can call us here at 346-355-0100. Find us on all social media platforms. That's Raise to Praise 100. That's here in Houston. Also, you can find out information on all of our social media platforms about what's going on here in the community. Now, there was a question that I do have to get into with Miss Jackie, but I'm going to also go into the announcement. Be sure to get your tickets for the Queens of Clean Comedy, May 11. If you can't get your tickets, if mom can't be at the show, they do have virtual tickets. You can go to matchhouston.org and get that information. You can also go to Gospel Comedy Entertainment. Your girl Gilded is the hostess with the mostest. Let me tell you, this young lady, and being in her environment and around her, I can't do nothing but laugh all the time. We talk, and it's amazing. I love the community God has created me because I'm a learner. I'm a teacher, but I also like to learn. So also be on the lookout on all social media platforms on Raise the Praise 100. We are hosting a women's conference. It's called My Sister's Keeper. That is May 25th at 2 p.m. Look for the flyers. You can go on Eventbrite and get your tickets. The tickets are going. Be there. I'm a part of the panel. I'll be there. You can come sit on the couch with me. We can talk about some things of sisterhood, which is something I love. I don't have biological sisters. I have cousins. I have friends. Those are my sisters, and it's few far in between for me to call you a sister. You got to really show yourself approved. I'm like God's word, study to show yourself approved. Now, also be on the lookout on all social media platforms. If you have a team that you would like to be a part of, the for the love of basketball and mental health awareness that's happening on August the 10th and 11th here in Houston. It's going to be at the gym. That's in Elmville off of Tascasita. If you have a team of 7 players, minimum 7. The reason why it's 7, because 5 has to be on the court. Then you have 2 that has to be off the court in case somebody gets hurt. Be on the lookout on social media platforms under Wahi Kane as well as Morticia on Facebook. Flyers are going out. Registration will start next month in May. I'm not looking for a whole lot of teams, but part of the proceeds is going back to those who are serving in the community in the Black and Brown culture for mental health awareness. Also, the conference is August the 16th, 17, and 18. We're going to talk about mental health awareness in the LGBT community, LGBTQ plus community, veterans, moms, dads, anybody, everybody, male, female, whichever well you want to call it, whichever space in time that you want to be, because this is a judgment-free zone. I don't judge. I don't have room to judge you because, again, I always say I don't have a hell no hell to put you in. So, with that being said, be on the lookout for that. Ms. Jackie, that was a question, and I like this question. Is psychosis a type of cancer?
No, it is not a cancer at all, in any kind of a way.
Okay. Okay, so it doesn't show the display or symptoms or anything like that.
No.
Okay. You did talk about the family. What about children? How early should you start getting tested for psychosis?
I was informed that my daughter needs to be tested at the time. I think she was in her 20s. And they said once my granddaughter got around 2021 to have her tested. So I would probably say 20 and up.
Okay.
I don't know of any cases of children having it. So definitely as an adult.
Okay. Then there's also, why does psychosis affect Blacks more often than other races and ethnies?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. That
Okay.
is a good question.
I'm gonna help you out here.
Okay, help me
I
out.
think you already showed me what it was. I'm just snatching questions. I'm gonna help you out here. So when it comes to the Black and Brown culture, we know that our blood types are always the best types that people want to run tests on. So with psychosis being in the Black and Brown culture, what's the information that you have about that?
It most commonly affects the Scandinavian, African American Black people, particularly Scandinavian.
Scandinavian.
Thank you.
I got you. I'm a sister's keeper. I got you.
Irish, Puerto Rico descendants. Genes are likely responsible for most of the phenomenon. So it's in the genes again.
The genes of, again, here's another tidbit that if you didn't hear it, the Black and Brown culture.
Yes.
So it targets those who have melanin in their skin. Melanin, I just did the melanin. You got melanin in your system, and that's where it targets. Because again, you talked about the skin, having the blisters on the skin and having, things that are happening to your body. So again, because we're at the top of the hour, it's 12:45. 12:40, sorry. How can we find you?
Find me on social media, Jacqueline Lewis, or either Jackie Sarcoidosis Awareness on Facebook. Both are on Facebook. Find me there. And if I may, April is Sarcoidosis Awareness Month.
Yes.
April 13th is Worldwide Sarcoidosis Awareness Month. That's when everybody in the world wear purple for sarcoidosis.
Okay.
You'll see snowflakes. The reason snowflakes is one of the sarcoidosis symbols is because no two snowflakes are the same, and no two bodies are the same. So the snowflake is a representation of it. So wear your purple, post it on Facebook in support of sarcoidosis. Check with your family members, reach out to your loved ones, check with your doctors, get the word out.
And put that on your calendar. Actually, there should be a calendar alert
Yes.
that goes out about sarcoidosis. Being April 13th is the nationwide day to wear your purple.
Yes.
For that. Again, purple has been noted in the Bible as royalty. But purple also stands for so many different organizations that are going on here in society and in community. Find out what's going on out there in your community. Find out what diseases are happening so you can best equip yourself and know that for the lack of knowledge, we do perish. Once we are informed and informed properly, we can be our best advocate for our own health. We can be our best advocate because I want to see everyone in their wealthy place. Again, I said this at the beginning of the show. I want to see you in your wealthy place. That's in health, wealth, physical, mental, social, just everything, because I need to see you here. There's a reason you're here. You did not pass away in the cradle. The grave is already there, but you're still here. You still have years to do the work. And God's word says, for the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I'm a laborer. We all need to be out here laboring. I love where God has you laboring out here to get the word out about sarcoidosis. I love how God has allowed me the platform to be out here talking about mental health, because again, we were told what happens behind those locked doors stays behind those locked doors. But behind those locked doors has caused us to have more harm than good. So if you're out here in the community and you are a laborer, and you're not doing the labor, I am asking you, I am also commissioning you to get out there and get the word out. If it's about type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes, heart disease, sickle cell anemia, lupus, sarcoidosis, like Miss Jackie, anything that's out here that is targeting the Black and brown culture, because again of the melanin that's in our skin, the things that are going on in our bodies, people need to know that there are people who are out here warring, they're out here surviving, they're out here doing things that need to be done in the community. I commission you to get out here and war like you've never worn before, because people are leaving this earth too soon for lack of knowledge. Too soon. So you have been listening to the Save the City Morning Show with your girl Morticia. I mean, I haven't been here in a while, and I feel like I'm on a podium doing ministry. I'm like, oh Lord, because I was in Dallas. I've been faded. I was in Dallas last Saturday, and I was in Houston last Sunday at the Gigantic Gospel concert. Jay Spivey, thank you again for allowing me to grace the presence of the people that you brought to the stage. I know in September, there's going to be another concert going on, another gigantic concert going on. Be on the lookout on my social media page. I'll post that on there. I already seen the lineup. I broke out in tears when I saw the lineup, because there's an artist on there that I see that can do the United Together by Aretha Franklin for me. And I'm hoping that she's listening as she saw Miss Anita Wilson. If you can just do the rendition of United Together, you can do it on social, you can do it on Instagram, and just tag me in. And I'm gonna give me a blanket, and I'm just gonna lay on the floor, because that song right there, coming from a songstress like yourself, I just know for me what it would feel like. We're gonna get into some music. We're ending today. I'm ending a little earlier because we got some things going on here. And I appreciate your time, Miss Jackie. If you want to know more about sarcoidosis, I'm also going to include information on my social media pages. That is Martisha Sherman on Facebook. Why he can't, that's a little Y. H is in Harry, H is in Harry, E is in Edward, C is in Charles, number 8, NT. On Instagram, on TikTok, on all social media platforms, because I'm talking about therapy and mental health. I'll include sarcoidosis on there because, again, building your community to help you feel better, look better. Because let me tell you, walking, living testimony, 60 years old with this disease, and she's still thriving. Come on now. Nothing but the great physician. Nothing but the great physician is all I can say. Let me tell you, I'm gonna go because I'm about to lay on the floor with this, because God is so amazing. Don't forget to get your tickets from the Queens of Clean Comedy, thematch.org. Let me show you a picture. This right here. Be a part of it. May 11th. If you can't be there in person, go ahead and get the virtual. It's gonna be live. You can find all the information on Gospel Comedy Entertainment, as well as Raise of Praise 100. Log into Raise of Praise, www.raiseofpraise100.com. Also, call us here. We're here Saturdays from 10 to 1. And I don't know much more I can talk about, because Miss Jackie has really took me to a whole nother level. Oh, My Sister's Keeper. Make sure you get the ticket. My Sister's Keeper is May 25th. The panel is amazing. You want to hear what these ladies have to talk about, because it's a conversation that needs to be had. Also, I'll be speaking in July, on July 6th at Big Easy Retreat. I'll be there, as well as the things that are going on in August. Let me tell you, go on my social media platform, go on there, and you can see all the stuff that I got going on, see all the stuff that Jackie got going on, and I'm done talking. I'm done talking, because you know what? John B. Key say we get our blessings when we believe. Thank you for joining us this Saturday on the Save This Silly Morning Show. We hope to see you again next Saturday. Of course, next Saturday I won't be here. I'll be in the community, where you can always find your girl out there trying to advocate for us, by us, to get us the knowledge that we need, because we are perishing for lack of knowledge, and what we don't know does hurt us. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you to Miss Jackie. All the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She has been so amazing. Find out about sarcoidosis. Learn what it is. Don't be misdiagnosed by no disease. Go and take the ACE test. It's ACE. Take the test. Learn. Build your community. Whatever it is that's ailing your body, build your community. Don't just see the MD. Find other doctors that are catering to what you need and what you need to know. Let's get it done. We need to be here, because, like I said, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. Peace is out. We love you. See you again next Saturday.